Okay, so now that we have a rough idea of the interface, let's quickly talk about something a lot of beginners are asking for or looking for, and that is some kind of hierarchy of your scene or list view. In Maya and Blender, it's called an outliner, and something like that exists in Houdini. The first way of getting to this is to go to the very left bar of your screen, which really just looks as part of your screen, but when you click on it, it opens up. An easier way to get the same is go to Windows and then the tree view, there it is. So tree view it's called in Houdini, and this is pretty much how you know it from other 3D programs. And to show you how this works, I have a very simple scene here with a couple of things in it, some cars, lanterns, buildings, and so on. And you might know from other 3D programs, it can be relatively tricky to organize a complex scene in this one-dimensional list way. And this is why you will not actually see me using this much in the course, because you've already seen that we use a network view to organize a scene. And this is actually much better for especially complex scenes. Of course, each node represents something in your scene, and basically in the network view, what you see here represents the same as in the tree view. So let's close this. And what you can see is that the first thing you can do is you can organize your scene simply by the fact that you have now 2 dimensions, which means you can take a node and just move it close to another node. So if I copy this node, which you can do, by the way, by just pressing Alt and then just dragging the node around, you can create a copy of it, which is nice. Just having a couple of nodes in the same rough area in space in the network view already indicates that they're somehow connected. But besides that, you can also use those boxes here, which is similar to how Nuke works. And you just select your nodes, and then up here there's a button called Create Network Box, or just Shift O. And then you can create this box, and you can change the color. We will look at this in a second, or you can give it a name here. So let's call this, I don't know, Geo. Or in this case here, which makes more sense, I have all my buildings in here, which you can see when you select them that they get highlighted. And so let's call this buildings, and this way you can organize your scene much better. But what you can also do is here, for example, I have my cars, and they're coming from 2 nodes, the first car and the second car. And one is red, one is green, as you can see, and you can actually colorize your nodes. So you can select the node, press C for color, and then you get this palette here. And now I can say, okay, this car is green and this car is red, so I can indicate that already in the nodes. And you can use the same to colorize your background, your network box, it's called. So if you select the box, you can also give it a color this way. So just press C or this button up here to get the palette. And this way you can organize your scene pretty well, especially complex ones. So here, for example, I have a box for all my lights. Here I have a box for all my cameras. And then, you can find your own ways of organizing your scene. And very quickly you will get used to this and realize this is a much more sophisticated way of organizing, especially complex scenes. So you will not miss your boring old tree view anymore, because with 2 dimensions in those boxes, you have way more options at your hand. So this is how we will organize our scene in the rest of the course. So I hope this was helpful. Thanks very much and see you later. Cheers.